How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I had a great time at Locals here today, and I wanted to show off a post-ban list tier deck. So let's get into it.
Yeah, so triple Fenrir, you need it for the cash matchup. It's generally just a great card. It's just too strong. 2 of this thing, it bricks way too much to play at 3, I think.
Really?
Yeah, you barely ever want to draw it, really.
You don't even want to use it as a name?
You can't.
Man, bop me, bro.
You can't use it as a name. It's not an aqua. It does nothing for your fusions. I just don't like it. For other tier cards, we did the saddest lineup the game has ever seen.
1 Rhino.
I'd play 3.
Only 1 Rhino, though.
I don't need it. No, just 1. Playing into a lot of cash, I think I might play 2. But your normal summons are heavily reserved for these 2. Or one other thing that I'll get into, but you can always search these or have access to them 90% of the games. I guess we'll stay with the fusion stuff here. We have Triple King of the Swamp.
Triple Swamp, okay.
The selected Ishizu cards. I didn't like Medora because shuffling isn't that great right now. And the way this deck plays, you can easily proc Pearl Rhino without Medora. Even with Calob, like, you just don't need it. So this build is heavy on rank 6s, well, just Beatrice, because it's such a pivotal card. So these two, one of the 3 Magma is just too strong. You keep your advantage. If you draw 2, it's still good because you maintain an advantage. Also, this card is just fucking insane against anything.
But yeah, that card's really good.
The MVP, Double Militia,
Hey!
my favorite card. I don't know what to say. It saved my ass every single game I milled it.
Are we playing Mass Change?
You decided. It's a dark one, honestly.
It's kind of crazy.
And the downside to it is if you mill 2 or draw 2 or see 2 at all, the way to fix that is this, and I'll get into that in a moment. And then the essential 3 nibs. So spells, the obvious 4 Pearl Rhinos, 2 Cashier Field Spell is too good to not value Fenrir enough. Like, you just need it. You want to see this and mill this, so 3 of that. The 1-ofs, Poly for Guardian Chimera.
Foolish Burial Goods.
Yeah, this is too strong.
What are we playing it for?
Because that came out now.
Oh, okay.
So this searches you anything that names Visa Starfrost in the effect. So Pearl Rhino, Scream, Soliac,
Wow.
Meta Noise.
That's crazy.
And you don't want to draw more than 1 of that. So I would play 3 if it was not once per turn, but double Soliac Meta Noise. Meta Noise is great. Broken ass card. Extra deck. The standard. Never made either of these. Dweller, Time Pool. This build is heavily focused on these 2 on end board, so that way you don't necessarily lose to Nib. Eclipse you can play around because you can just detach to Foolish Satir and then detach the Sheeran for this, and you still end up with 2 fusions because it's a new chain link. Also, this sending King of the Swamp with this is
kind of nasty, yeah.
Big Eye. I was thinking Draco Sack for the Labyrinth Mirror because that's the only deck I struggle against. But this, anytime this touched the board, I won. Double Zeus because cash tier. Only tier fusion, sadly. Rest in peace, Kit. This because it's a 6, really, really good for Beatrice materials. Also chain blocks your fusion that you send with Beatrice. The obvious, and then this for the Poly. And then I don't know if I like this card. Honestly, I might take it out.
Is that the Dark World?
The Grapha, yeah. So you use King of the Swamp and any Dark to make him, and he makes anything your opponent activates.
He destroys Nib, right? Like, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. The reason I like it though is because I don't hard lose to Nib if I'm building my board.
Right.
And there are some times where I can't guarantee these 2, or at least 1 of them, under 5 summons. Like sometimes it'll be the 5th. So it just outs Nib, and it's nice. This card, thanks to that jit right there. If you ever see 2 Mallies, draw 1, mill 2, draw 1, mill 1. This makes it to where he alone is Beatrice. So
really,
yeah, if you mill 2,
That's why you were asking me for that card.
Enables full combo.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so you mill 2. As long as you can get any of these engraved, shit, even polymerization, if you draw one. All this needs is a D here and a dark. So let's say I mill 2, sucks, and then I, do this, sends a grave by card effect. Summon this, it shuffles the other one back, and I just banish one.
Wow, that's kind of neat.
Or in very desperate situations, this does come up a lot. You can make this with just the one material, and then pitch a card that you don't want in hand. Like that, I drew that a lot, or like an extra field spell, or like a Magnamite you're not using, or even these broken cards, to still give you the full combo, because you send it to grave, pitch your guy from hand, and then just make Beatrice. So yeah, the objective of the deck is Beatrice plus Time Thief, and usually if you have both, you have Soliak field spell as well.
Wow.
So yeah, you don't make it an overextending board, you just play the advantage game.
Set deck.
I'm thinking about maining this.
Really?
I might take out Grapha. I just never summon it in practice. The reason you want this is because sometimes Fenrir isn't enough for the cash matchup. So if they Shangri-La, you just special this, or even worse this. You just stack this on top and start, I guess, making your plays and start picking at their board. I don't know. I wish I mained it. This for Ibli, because Sprite plays it. That's really it. I probably should side 2 though.
Play it, never see it.
Yeah, it's in the extra deck, dog. So time card, I don't want to play it. Triple Eclipse. These are purely for the cash matchup. You just side out your Bystials, your 5 Bystials, and 1 Soliak, and that's your perfect 6 lineup.
And so we're just stealing Shangri-La?
Well, yeah, because you're siding this in too.
I see. Okay, that's broken, yeah.
And even other than that, if they Unicorn or Mind Hacker this, you can just make Big Eye.
You can shuffle it back with a tier too, can't you?
This thing?
Yeah.
If I played Mud Dragon, yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Mud Dragon doesn't facilitate too much in here, unless I guess you mill the Mally, but that's what this is for, and it's a 6.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay.
Getting 4s on board usually is never a problem. Rogue / Sprite, Labyrinth.
We have a lot of that here.
I was considering Thrust, but this is good. It's just not good enough to play the Thrust and this. I'd rather just hard draw
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah.
And even this is not that great against Labyrinth, because if they have the rock guy, you just kind of cry. So I was considering playing 3 of these, but I don't know. I guess the only thing that's not definite is the side deck, and then these. Everything else I'm 100% certain of. The main deck, it's awfully consistent. I don't know. The only time I bricked was once this entire 4 rounds, and every match went to round 3 except for 1. So, yeah. Also, sadly, in time, this deck, I can't imagine a hand where you don't get this engraved.
Wow.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, it did really well. It didn't lose to anything except the one game I bricked where I drew double Book of Eclipse, double Nib, and Meta Noise, and he Harpy Feather Duster, and I had nothing for 2 turns.
Well,
But yeah,
thanks so much.
great deck.
Shout out to Kitchen Table for letting us record in their nice store and throwing such a nice tournament. And thanks so much, Jay, for giving us a deck profile.
I tried my best.
All right, see you guys in the next one. Peace.